Hey guys, just figured I'd put up a video about one of these Chinese chainsaws. I'm sure I'll get plenty of people ranting about the Chinese stuff, but either which way, I bought one, and I just figured I'd post about this since I saw a lot of people ask about these kind of things, and this one seems to be popping up on Craigslist quite a bit. Um, Either which way, the guy on Craigslist was pretty honest about everything about them. They're not perfect or anything like that. But this one's 150 bucks. Um, I saw you can get it on eBay, as a matter of fact, for 140 bucks with free shipping and all that, which is not too bad for the size of the unit. This particular one is a 58cc engine and has a 22-inch bar, which in my opinion, 22 inches is probably overkill for this thing. I would never use the full length of it anyway, so I didn't worry about that too much. But 20 inch, from what I hear, 20 inch is probably a better size. But we'll see how things go. Figured I'd just do an unboxing so you can see exactly what you're going to get. Very heavy bar. Bar looks pretty good. It's got the sprocket deal on the end. Pretty straightforward, but definitely 22 inch. The chain here, I'm going to go ahead and say it's a Chinese branded chain. King brand saw chain. And I don't see any name brand on it, but I'll show you, we'll open it up and I'll show you the links. And I believe this is an 86 link chain. It's 0.058 inch, and I want to say it was 0.375 inch pitch, or something like that. Anyway, owner's manual. Nothing exciting there. Okay. I don't know if this is a spare cover or the cover that comes with it. But anyway, here's the starter cover. They give you a little gas bottle, I guess, for measuring out the gas. Yeah. It has 25 to 1, 35 to 1, and 40 to 1 on there. I know this unit says when you first start it up, I guess a little toolkit. We'll open that in a second. I guess this one says you start it with actually a 20 to 1 mix. And then after it breaks in, then you go with a higher mix. You can go with it says 25 to 1, but I heard a lot of people online say they went 32 to 1 without a problem. So anyway, here's the side with the brake on it and stuff. Looks pretty standard. Yeah, we'll judge how the plastic is, later on, see if it's like really cheap plastic or not. I'll set that one there for now. And actually, I guess this one actually looks like it came with a whole spare starter because the one's on here. So that's kind of cool, or bad, and depending on the way you look at it. And we got a put the saw on the side here. We also have a sheath here, good for 20 and 22 inch. So it actually fits this blade. I've heard some people get these and then it doesn't actually fit their chain because they added another goofy chain in there. So that looks like that's about it. I'm just checking to see a little part in here, a little rubber piece. We'll see what that's. Make sure that's not something loose. All right. So anyway, give me a sec. I'm just gonna unbag and lay this out and get back to you a sec. All right. I'll go through this real quick. Again, took the bar off. Bar is pretty solid. Doesn't seem like it's made that cheaply or anything like that. I got some kind of part number there, but just for reference, I'll hold it up there. Anyway, got the standard sprockets on there. Let's move okay. Need to be lubed and all that stuff. Anyway, you got the 2 oiling ports on there, and of course have the oiling port one there. The toolkit bag had your standard scrunch there, and it's got a file came with, just a standard file. A little screwdriver, I guess, for adjusting the carb. A couple of Allen keys. It does have a log dog, I believe they call them, which will get mounted. I guess they leave that as an option. They got a couple of screws for that, so I'll probably put that on anyway. And the chain doesn't look too bad, actually. I'm not a metallurgist or anything, but it seems to be made pretty decent. It is that King brand. Their symbol is, you can make it out anyway. It's stamped on the teeth, but these look like full chisel teeth. Again, I'm just using this for spare stuff. It's certainly not going to be an all-day kind of chainsaw, but anyway. Mixing container. I flipped through the manual. The manual's not too bad. It doesn't seem to have a whole lot of Chinglish going through there. It was fairly readable. I mean, it would have been nice if the back section had a better diagram, because it's hard to make out some of the numbers on there if you got to get parts or something. But I did find quite a few websites online that carried parts for these. Most of these like clone type deals, so it's not expensive at all to get parts. Again, this was a spare, which is pretty cool. Went through just kind of looking through the whole unit itself. Seems fairly decent. I mean, the bar could definitely be more sturdy. I think it's not as strong as it could be, but I don't think I'm going to be going crazy with this thing. So again, I'm not too worried. It does have I don't know if you can see them in here or not, but it is a rubber frame with a rubber ring on the outside, and then isolation. Actually, you could probably see it on the bottom. So the handle is pretty isolated from the deal. Actually, you can see one spring in there. Another isolation piece there. So overall, I guess the running should be pretty good. Full clutch on here. Seems pretty good. Muffler, from what I hear, these are choked up pretty good, and a lot of people end up taking the outer plate off or drilling holes in it or something like that, but we'll see how it runs. You got your oil port and your fuel port. Again, they specify for 25-1 after you break it in. Like I said, on forums, I've seen 32-1 without a problem, so that's probably what I'll go with, and we'll see what happens. Everything else, not too bad. I mean, the plastic is very plasticky. It's not as solid feeling as a steel or husky, but overall it's okay. Like I said, for the price, I'm not going to argue about that kind of stuff too much. It's got the lock for starting it. Choke here, and just a simple toggle switch for starting. And then underneath here is actually your air filter, which looks to be like a washable type deal. It's not foam or anything. It's actually like a mesh. It's mesh on both sides, so you get a lot of air into this thing, definitely. Carburetor and spark plug. LD brand spark plug. Seems pretty good. Like I said, for the price, I'm not going to argue too much. So anyway, I'll get this back together. The only thing I noticed, one little quirk I noticed here on the brake assembly, which actually is pretty solid feeling. I can't really demonstrate it like this, but it does seem to function pretty good. It snaps forward, and then you have to like cock it back. There you go. So it seems to work pretty good. But there was actually that rubber piece that I found in the box was actually glued here. I could see the glue residue on the bottom and then also the glue on the top of this thing. So I don't know why that's not as secure as it could be, but I guess I'll just bust out some epoxy and see how well it. I think it's just for a limit kind of a stop, because it doesn't really hit anything on here, but it looks like it'll bump up against here if there's a lot of vibration. So anyway, that's about it. I'm gonna get this thing together and get it prepped. I'm gonna do like a 20-to-1 mix, get the chain on and stuff, and then we'll see how it runs.